Today we're starting on the ground. So you can come to lay on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. If you need support under your head, you can use a folded up blanket. Put one hand on your low belly and the other hand up by your chest. And you might need to roll the shoulder blades under your back a little and kind of shimmy around on the ground until you feel like your body is comfortable and you can really settle. Let your eyes come closed, and we'll begin by establishing our breathing for our practice. Start by noticing your breath coming in and out. Notice where you feel it in your body. Bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth, which is also called your upper palate, and relax your jaw. So we're trying to find a nice kind of suction of the surface area of the tongue on the upper palate, which is going to help you breathe easier through your nose. So for the duration of practice, we're going to be breathing through our nose. Let's take 5 breaths here together, sending the inhale down by your gut area and low belly, up into the ribs. Holding at the top for just a second, staying soft. And then exhale from top to bottom. Feel the ribs narrow, feel the belly, everything below ribs gather inward. Again, inhale down by the gut area, sides of the waist, and then let that same breath carry upward, filling your lungs and expanding your ribs. Natural pause at the top. Exhale everything out. Feel your body get heavy with gravity. Inhale bottom to top. This is the abdominal thoracic breath. Exhale everything out. And let's take one more breath here. Deepest breath you've taken so far today. Inhale, feel everything below the ribs expand, and then up into the ribs expands. Exhale, top to bottom. Good, and hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock a little on your low back. And then on your sacrum, so the knees come a little more forward so you feel rocking on the pelvic bones. And roll over to your side, press yourself up, and we'll come into all fours or tabletop position. So in tabletop position, you want to have the hands right underneath the shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And you want your knuckles rooting downward towards the floor, so don't let them pop up. This will help protect your wrists. And feel here with your knees under your hips, just the natural wave-like form of your spine, just recognizing there's a little curve of my low back that curves downward toward the floor, then my upper back starts to curve back towards the ceiling, and my neck curves back down towards the floor. And we're going to start to move through different ranges in the spine. So as you inhale, drop your belly, stick your sitting bones back towards behind you as you look up. This is the in-breath. And then as you exhale, round your spine, push the floor away. Look in. Inhale, sitting bones back, drop the belly, lift the heart, the gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, push the floor away, look in. And just notice here as you move with your breath that your pelvis is moving back and forth into a tucked and an untucked position, that your spine is moving into flexion as you round and extension as you inhale and look up. Close your eyes for a few breaths, moving through cat-cow, and just notice where you might be feeling some tension today, or maybe what feels good. Really spread the fingers, grip the floor like your fingers are little suction cups, root your knuckles. Good, come back to center and then sit on your heels or on a block if you need to. Interlace your fingers together and roll your wrists around. And then roll the other way. Take a deep breath in, take a long breath out. Make fists with your hands and then stretch your fingers a few times. And then shake your wrists. We're coming back down onto all fours. This time you're going to spin your right hand so your fingers face your right knee. And maybe you stay with just one hand at a time, or you can spin the left hand also, fingers face the knees, and start to move forward and backward, little rocking motions. Breath is full, fingers spread, knuckles rooted. And you can play around here with just moving the spine around, the hips around in circles, moving the spine in and out of cat-cow with the wrists flipped. So much tension that we hold in the wrists and the forearms for many reasons, one of which is tech, sitting at desks, typing. All right, flip the hands back forward. And now we're going to move into our first inversion, which is downward facing dog. So I want you to start with your shoulders over your wrists, spread your fingers, push the floor away. Try to keep your elbows straight here and tuck your toes. Tuck your toes and then lift your knees an inch off the floor, and just feel how much work it takes to hold this position. Arms are straight and pushing the floor away, and your core muscles start to engage. Like all around your torso, stiffening a bit. Relax the face, hips up and back towards downward facing dog. So this inverted V shape. Put your ears in between your biceps, so the upper arms, and start to pedal out your legs. Bend one knee at a time. And nod your head, relax your neck, relax your jaw. And I want you to think here about what we did in cat-cow, the movements that the pelvis went through in cat-cow, and try to explore that in your down dog a bit. So the arms will stay straight, and then bend your knees a bit, stick your butt up towards the ceiling. So this is the untuck position, right? This is what most of us need in down dog. And then try the tuck position. Doesn't feel so good in down dog, right? So try to find a nice position of the pelvis for you here. Inhale forward to a plank. Hold it there, squeeze the legs and the arms together. Root back through your heels, through the crown of your head, forward in space. Inhale. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Now bend your knees, bring your knees wide on your mat. Toes untucked, sit your hips back towards your heels. This is called child's pose. Rest your forehead on your stacked fists or on the floor, and just take a little scan through the body just to notice how the hips are feeling right now. Child's pose feels good for many of us, but not for all of us. If you have sensitive knees, when you bend your knees this deep, you might need to put something in between the backs of the thighs and your lower legs. Take a deep breath in, abdominal thoracic breath, expand the guts, low to mid ribs. Exhaling out top to bottom, softening your body. Good, rise back on up onto all fours. And we're going to take the left foot in between the hands here. This is where the blocks really come in handy. So I'm going to take my blocks onto the highest setting and frame the left foot. And you want your feet, rather your left foot and your right knee, to be as wide as your hips here. So if your left foot and your right knee are too close together, you don't have a good base. So look back, make sure you've got some space between your left foot and your right knee. Grab the blocks and then start to squeeze your legs together and lengthen up through your spine. Relax the face and the jaw and let the shoulders soften away from the ears. Hug your legs together here. Take another deep breath in, deep breath out. Really grab the blocks here and tuck those back toes. Lift the right knee up off the floor. And then find yourself in a higher lunge with your left knee over your ankle. Breathe. And step the right foot forward. Fold over your legs. The blocks are very helpful here. If you have that tuck position in the pelvis, tight hamstrings, you want to boost yourself up so that you can have a neutral spine. So if you notice that your spine is starting to round like this, you really want to boost yourself up, stick your butt back so that you have the natural form of the spine, a little curve in the low back. Everybody inhale, lengthen your spine, torso parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold. Relax the head. Repeat this 3 more times. Inhale, peel your spine away from the floor. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. So you're either touching blocks or maybe you touch the shins as you inhale and lengthen. And this next one, hug your legs together as you inhale, lengthen. Squeeze your legs together. Good. Fold. Now, hands on the hips, legs hug together. Bring your torso halfway lift, right? Parallel to the floor. And then let the shoulder blades hug together and down your back, right? Strong core, strong legs. Inhale, stand all the way up. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. So a good measure of your down dog is that you can go from a plank to a down dog without having to move your feet anywhere. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Again, from your core, wave through your spine to plank. Exhale, push your hips back, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower down, bend the elbows, hug them in. Bring your whole body to the floor and shake your pelvis so you get heavy in your lower body. And we'll take 2 back bends here to ease into it. First one is called Sphinx. You put your forearms on the ground, grab opposite elbows. This is a good measure to make sure your elbows are under your shoulders. And then push the forearms down into the floor and the palms and drag them. They don't move, but you're dragging them towards your heels, forearms and palms, as you lift through the heart and as you lift through the crown of your head. Do you feel this in your low back? Gentle back bend here. Shoulders away from the ears. Take another slow abdominal thoracic breath through your nose. Exhale everything out slowly and bring your chest back down to the floor. Now your hands come outside your mat on fingertips, right? And I want you to think about drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Tap the tops of your feet on the floor. Look at the ground. And as you inhale, slowly peel your spine away from the floor. Head comes up last. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, melt the heart and the head back down. Inhale, peel yourself up. Exhale, roll yourself down. Turn on your spinal muscles to help you extend the spine, looking up. Feel the front of your core stretching. Exhale, melt yourself down. Plant your hands, press back to all fours, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands and grab your blocks to frame your foot. We'll start with that left knee down. Measure the distance. Look, knee and foot are hip width apart. And you use the blocks just to help you get a little higher. Feel that left hip flexor area, the groin area, front of the left hip stretching. Squeeze your legs together as you lengthen up through your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Grab a hold of those blocks with your hands and lift the left knee up off the floor. So we're going to squeeze the legs together and lengthen the spine forward in space, pushing down and back into the blocks. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, abdominal thoracic breath. Exhale everything out. And we step back, downward facing dog. Right, let's bend the knees. Shift a little weight forward into our knuckles and our fingertips gripping the ground. And stick the inner thighs, your sitting bones up towards the ceiling. Right, and just feel this here for a moment as you breathe. You can shake the head yes. Relax the neck, relax the jaw. And then let the heels melt down towards the floor. And feel the tensions in the backs of the legs and your Achilles, your calves, maybe your hamstrings are feeling this. Walk the feet to meet the hands and fold. Grab opposite elbows. Feet are as wide as your hips, and just rock side to side. Let the whole weight of your upper body fall forward. Nod your head. Flutter your lips if you want to. Bend your knees as much as you need to be comfortable here. Relax the arms down to the floor. Squeeze your legs together. A little trick I like is to put the block up in the inner thighs like a Pez dispenser. So squeeze the block to help you connect to your adductors, to your core, to your midline. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead. Keep squeezing the block and scoop your tailbone just a bit. Keep breathing here with the arms overhead. This is called shoulder flexion. And relax the arms down. So you've got two options here. You can either hold the hips, which is a good place to start, or if you feel like your shoulders are pretty open, you can interlace the fingers behind your back as we bend the knees and fold forward. Keep hugging the block. And let the hands clasped together go over your head towards the floor. And at first you can just let the shoulders hang here for a moment, or you're holding your hips forward fold. Then squeeze the shoulders down your back. Inhale and halfway lift. Easier said than done, right? I mean, it looks maybe easier than it actually is. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, stand all the way back up. Reaching. Exhale, relax the arms down. Move your block out of the way. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, roll yourself towards a plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Come down to the floor. Inhale, little cobra. Shoulders down the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee, open up to your hip. You can move it around a couple circles in one direction, circle around in your hip socket the other way, right? And then straighten your right leg. Inhale through your heel. Exhale, knee towards your nose, step the right foot forward. Drop your left heel, coming up into warrior two. So you cartwheel your arms up and pause. Look down. Right foot pointing straight forward. Back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Right foot draws a line through the arch of the back foot. Arms come up. Bend your right knee over your ankle. Place your ribs on top of your pelvis so you're not pitched forward in space. Palms can come up to face the ceiling. Feel your right big toe mound and push into it as you straighten your legs, hug them together, reach up, look up, inhale. Woo, exhale back. Warrior two, right? Palms face up, big toe mound, straighten your legs, lift the ribs up. Exhale back, warrior two. One more like that. Hug the legs together as you straighten the right leg, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, warrior two. We're moving into side angle pose here. So right elbow on top of the right knee. This is your base here. We want space between our right shoulder and our ear. Left hand to your hip. Ground through the bones of your left leg. Feel this stretch start to happen through your side body as you reach the left arm up and maybe over your ear, right? So you can feel from the left foot all the way up through your left fingertips. You are reaching in opposite directions. Pressing the left foot down, stretching through your left fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Ground the legs. Inhale, back up, warrior two. And now turn your right toes parallel to your left. And we're going to do a little skandasana. I like to turn my toes out just slightly. I want you to sit your right butt backward in space, over to the right, and then come back up to center. Squat yourself over to the left, come back up to center. We're pushing from the outer heel, or rather the outer edge of your feet, pinky edge. Feel your glutes start to turn on. Make sure you're really sitting the butt back so you're not doing more quad, you're doing more glute. And you could also be using the blocks here, because if your spine is all hunched and rounded, it's gonna feel really not great. So you're going side to side, noticing how your ankles feel. Let's do one more to each side, maybe slow it down, find your breath, nice and controlled. And come back to center. And now let's turn to the back of the mat and come into a lunge. Start here, ground your feet. Inhale, exhale. Coming up into warrior two. Cartwheel the arms up and find your footing. So left foot straight forward. Track your left knee over your second and third toes. Reach the arms up. Squeeze your legs together. Palms go up. Find your left big toe mound. Look at it. There it is. Straighten your left leg. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale back. Warrior two. Make your arms graceful, like you're doing a little choreography. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Nice. Side angle. Elbow on the knee. Create a nice base. Make sure your knee is right over your ankle. Right hand rather to your hip or up towards the ceiling. Optional reach, palm facing down over your head. So you create this line from your right foot up the right side body through your right arm. Keep bending into the front knee. Twist your chest. You're rotating your spine up towards the ceiling. Let's take 2 more breaths here. I know it's a lot. You can do it. One more abdominal thoracic breath. Slow breath in. Good, slow breath out. Touch the floor. And let's walk, walk, walk all the way back to the front of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Child's pose. Let's take a second to reconnect. And do a little interoception practice. Try to feel your breath rate, your heart beating. Proprioceptive practice. Where is my body in space? Which parts of my body are in contact with the floor? Feel that. Feel that pressure. Feel that texture, maybe of your clothes or whatever your body's touching. The temperature of the air on your skin. These are all portals into what's happening right here and now. This is the practice of yoga. One more slow breath in and exhale it out. Good. Bring yourself back into downward facing dog. Look forward and you can either hop or walk your feet to meet your hands and fold over your legs. See if your hamstrings have warmed up a bit, if you can go a little deeper into this flexion of your hip where your torso and your legs are close together. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Good. Hug your legs together. Strengthen your core as you inhale, stand all the way up. Arms come overhead, stack your bones. Keep your arms overhead, sip in a little more breath in, a little more, a little more. Stretch and release. Exhale everything out. At the bottom of the exhale, more breath out. Blow out the last few birthday candles, wheeze even. Turn on those expiratory muscles. Come back to your natural breath. Inhale. And let it go. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Hold them here. Exhale into your feet. Ground the left foot and lift the right knee up. Flex your toes, make them active. Feel the left foot against the floor. You might even use the wall or a piece of furniture. And we're going from here to warrior three. So that's kicking the right leg back behind you. right? Trying to balance here, aiming your right pinky toe at the floor. Arms can go overhead. You could fly your fingers back towards your right foot. Come back slowly and controlled, arms overhead, knee at the height of the hip, toes flexed. Let's do 2 more of these with the breath. So let's exhale, slowly kick the right foot back behind you, strong core. Feel your left leg holding you. Inhale back to center, knee up, arms up, gaze forward. Exhale, kick the right leg back. Challenge yourself here. Inhale, come back up to stand. This time cross right ankle over the left knee. I'm touching the wall because why not? It's there. I can use it to help me get into the position. So we're coming into figure 4, hip opener. You can balance here with your hands in prayer if you want to, or bring your forearms down onto the right shin. Don't round the spine, keep lengthening through the crown of your head. And you might even touch the blocks or the floor. And I like to shake the hips a little side to side here. Right? Feel around through the right hip joint. Feel what's going on in the left outer hip too. Take a deep breath in. Wherever you are, exhale completely. Slowly inhale, stand back up, try to balance, lift the right knee, and then release the right foot down onto the floor. Good, feel your body in space. Good, find your feet. You might step in place just to get grounded into the feet. Look down, hips, or rather feet, hips distance, hips over the feet, ribs over the hips. Inhale the arms up. Stay here as you exhale, feel your feet. Feel the right foot in particular as you lift the left leg up. Knee is at the height of the hip. Flex your toes, activate the toes. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly and controlled, kick the left foot back behind you, reach back with your fingers or overhead. Inhale, back up to standing. Exhale, kick the left leg back. Don't be afraid to fall. Inhale, come back up to center. We got 1 more. Try to find pleasure and joy in this, even though it might be really challenging. Inhale, back up to center. Mona Lisa smile on your face. Cross your left ankle over your right knee and sit down like you're gonna sit in a chair. This hip might be your tight hip. It's my tighter hip. I'm gonna grab the blocks, try to sit low, and we're trying to get external rotation in the left hip. We're trying to widen that left hip out to the left. Flex your left toes. Shake your booty side to side. And if you want to, you could try this as a balancing posture. It's more work. Or just touch the floor or blocks and breathe into the posture. Breathe into your pelvis. Yes, your breath affects things that are all the way down in your pelvis, in your pelvic floor, your organs. Right, find your core strength as you come up to stand. Lift the left knee up, inhale. Exhale, left foot down. Feel your legs on the floor, walk in place slowly. Feel your feet connect. Right, and then stand. Palms face forward. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Right, stack your bones, pelvis over the feet. You could think, my lungs are over my feet. Locate your lungs. And feel your breath. Feel this abdominal thoracic breath expand you on inhale 360 degrees. You feel a widening side to side, front to back, in the gut area, low back, sides of the waist, and around the whole rib basket. Try your best to feel this. Inhale the arms overhead. Keep them there, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slowly bend the knees, fold forward, slow, slow, slow. Torso, arms parallel to the floor. Squeeze your legs together. Stick your butt back behind you. Reach through your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step the left foot back behind us. drop that left knee and pause here for a second. So just notice, you could just drop your hips down to the floor, especially if you're very flexible, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to pull your pelvis backward in space and squeeze your right foot and your left knee together. Square your pelvis, pull the right hip back, the left hip forward, and breathe into this. It's work, it's not passive. You might be using blocks if your spine needs to find neutral. So hands on blocks or the floor as you start to straighten and bend the right leg, the right knee. Straighten, hug the legs together, and then bend back to that lunge. Let's do one more. Straighten, you can fold forward, hamstring stretch, calf stretch, bend back forward. Pause here, we're in this low lunge, and the left hand could stay on the block or on the floor as you reach the right arm back behind you and try to make contact with the left foot. Pull your left butt to your left foot. This is a quad stretch. It's also a twist in your spine and a little back bend if you curl the ears back, right? Draw your shoulders down your back, breathe. Soften the face, the jaw. That's it. And release it. Step the left foot forward, we're coming into a squat. Left foot forward, toes turn out, squat your butt down. Right? And then elbows inside your knees, hug your knees into your elbows. Get a little higher. Use your inner thigh muscles to hug in. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold. Turn the toes in. So your feet are wider than your hips. Shake your head. Bend your knees. Inhale, stand up. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold all the way back down. This time we're going to step the right leg back and lower the knee. Use your blocks for a second. It's my recommendation. Squeeze the legs together. Breathe. And then we'll slowly start to, you might have to walk the left foot forward a little bit, straighten and bend the left leg. And as you do this, keep hugging your legs together, left heel, right knee, and pull that left hip back as you straighten the left leg. And maybe you fold over your left leg as you straighten it. That's it. Plant the left foot. I'm going to use my block outside the mat on the medium setting. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling, look up, and then reach back towards your right foot. And try, you might get a cramp, to make a connection. Hug your right butt towards your heel. Hug your heel towards your butt. So we're activating the quads, the front thigh muscles on the right side. Rotate your spine up towards the ceiling, curl your ears back, and deepen your breath. It's a quad stretch. It's a twist. It's a little bit of a back bend. It's a lot of things. Work your right butt muscles too. Make your glutes turn on. Inhale. And release it. Awesome. Back to a squat. This time it's a supported squat. So take your block on the medium setting and put it underneath your seat. Good. And these are your sitting bones. Can you feel your sitting bones on the block? Okay, we're trying to find a little curve of the low back. Sit up nice and tall. I'm using this as a centering practice, not to try to get a really deep stretch, just to find my sitting bones, feel the feet on the floor, feel the length of the spine. Remove the block and come to lay on your back. If you have a bolster, you can use it for our final resting posture. Then lay back down and hug the knees in, just like we started, and do a little rock. Feel the back of your rib cage against the floor. Relax your face. You might need to slip something under your skull for comfort here. And you can either take the blocks and then put the bolster right on top of the blocks for a little extra height, or just use the bolster to drape your lower legs over. We just want the low legs, we want the legs to relax completely. So you want to be scooted back so that your femur bones are at a little bit of an angle, right? And you can just lift and lower your legs until you feel, okay, I really don't think my legs are working anymore. They feel really relaxed. Close your eyes. Roll your shoulder blades under your back. And let the arms just rest by your sides, palms facing up. Scan your attention through your body. Right? Start at the crown of your head and start to feel down through your face and let go through all these facial muscles that hold up all of your expressions. Relax the shoulders, the throat, inside of the mouth, jaw. Feel your arms heavy on the floor, the backs of your ribs. Feel the fronts of your ribs and your belly lifting and lowering as you breathe. Sense the pelvis touching the ground and the weight of your legs on top of the bolster or laying on the floor. And try to completely relax from head to toe. From your core to your periphery, from your periphery to your core. Feel your whole body in space. And giving way to the native pull of gravity, drawing you down. Make your breath a little more full, drawing in more volume as you inhale. It's a more active breath, but we're not breathing fast, just deeper. More volume in, more actively pressing the volume of your lungs out. Wiggle through your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms overhead. Hug your knees in. Rock on your hips side to side. And then roll over to your side. And slowly press yourself all the way back up to sit. Thank you for joining today.